not nearly doing as neat of a job as you guys would do here.
IMSA family, one of the first things that happens when you get to an event like this one here at the Mobile One 12 Hours of Sebring. Teams open up the transporters, get the cars out, then they get their tuggers here, get their wheel carts, run them down to Michelin for the mounting and balancing process to start. That entire thing facilitated by our friends, the Jackson Marketing Group. They're coming out of the Carolinas. This is a huge thing that happens behind the scenes that frankly you never really get to see during the broadcast. We're talking about 20 tractor trailers sent here to Sebring, Florida, filled with 8,065 tires, a massive amount. About 5,000 of those will get mounted for the weekend. If there's rain, that's where that extra 3,000 in rain tires makes up that 8,000, but this is a huge process that happens. The Jackson Marketing Group brings 35 people, tire technicians, to handle all of this. They'll go through hundreds upon hundreds and hundreds of mountings and balancings per day here. So we thought, what better way to show you this? The grueling effort that goes into mounting all of these across WeatherTech Championship, Michelin Pilot Challenge, the Mustang Series, and others. Take our friend Jonathan Grace, young reporter, new to much of this. He's never touched a race car, never mounted and balanced a tire, so why not see what it's like to do a single tire mounting and balancing through his eyes to give you an appreciation for what the amazing men and women do here all weekend with those thousands to handle. Jonathan Grace, boys and girls.
Who do we have here?
But you're going to get to see what it's like to spend a portion of a day as a Michelin tire technician. Why don't we go meet the amazing Sean, who's going to run you through the entire process. No breaks. You're not getting the light and easy stuff. If you aren't dirty and sweating and disheveled by the end, I'll be very disappointed. But let's go. We got your hello, my name is Jonathan sticker.
It's like the first day of school, Marshall.
Exactly. First day of school for you, my guy. So excited for you.
I'm here at the Michelin tent, and I'm going to talk with Sean Shalaby, Michelin's tire operations lead. Sean, how are you?
Hey, Jonathan, how are you?
I'm super excited to be here. Now, you all and your team have been very generous to let me follow along with you today. And I'm going to try my hand at doing a little bit of what you do on a day-to-day basis, but just with one tire. I'm a little nervous, but I'm really excited, so let's get into it.
Yeah, come on. All right, so we're gonna go pull some GTP tires out of one of these trailers. All these are totally slammed full of tires. They fit about 700 a piece. So we got a couple thousand tires here with us. All right, I'm gonna hop up in here. I'll pass you 8 tires and you can just stack them up right there.
Sounds good. I'll do my best not to drop them.
So if you push this one down, you can open it up.
Okay.
Go around them. Grab them,
okay,
and then just tip it back. Good to go.
Simple as that, right?
Yes, sir.
Oh man. All right, so out, in.
Yeah, get it pretty tight under there.
Oh boy. Hoping that's gonna be good, and then just dip it back.
Yes, sir. You might have to grab up top there. Here, I'll show you a trick.
A trick? All right. So I'm struggling a little.
You kind of give it a, and go from the second one.
Oh, there we go. All right.
Make sense?
Let's see here.
All right, grab that one off the top and we'll mount it up.
All right.
All right, come on in. Set it up on the roller there.
All right. So now that we're inside, we're gonna start the process of actually mounting and balancing the tires. I put this on so that you all can follow along and see exactly what I'm seeing and doing the whole time. So where do we start?
So we're gonna do a set for the 40 car. So if you grab one of those wheels for the 40 over there, you can bring it on in here.
All right.
All right, so you can throw that wheel on your machine right there.
All right, right in the center.
Yes, sir.
All righty.
All right, so now you want to get the center lock right there.
Okay. Put it in here and down like this?
Yeah, so turn the whole thing.
The whole thing?
And it locks it in like that.
Okay.
Now you can tighten it down with those two. Yep, there you go.
All right, get it tight.
Grab your tire.
All right. Over the top like this?
So throw it up sideways. So you're kind of like that.
Oh, there we go.
Right like that.
Okay.
All right, now you can grab your lube brush there
All right.
and lube the whole bead, both sides.
I'm not nearly doing as neat of a job as you guys would do here. Is that good?
Yeah, now
All right.
mount it up.
Mount it up. So, little sideways?
Yep,
Okay. Just like that.
yep, and then you pull your arm in, twist it on.
Pull the arm in.
Here, maybe I should
I'll
do
have you
this
take
part.
over for this part.
Yeah, yeah. So there's our bottom bead mounted.
All right.
Now we're gonna do the top. There you go, simple as that.
All right.
All right, you pull it off the machine there and throw it
Okay.
on these rollers.
So this guy comes off like this. On it goes here. And on its way.
All right.
All right.
All right, now you're gonna have to shoot it with the bead bazooka here.
You're not kidding. It really is speed bazooka.
All right,
All right.
so shove the end of it in there and kind of push down on it. Push
Okay.
down right there on the black part.
Like that?
Yeah, throw your hand right there.
Okay.
Yep, push down and pull the trigger.
Woo!
There you go.
All right. Perfect. And then this
Now
guy.
we wait.
Now we wait.
Here, hang it upside down.
Upside down?
Yeah, there you go.
There we are. Perfect.
So now we wait for the top bead and the bottom bead to seat. So you'll hear two
Okay.
loud pops, and that's how you know it's done.
All right.
This part kind of takes a minute. There's the bottom.
Oh, you can see it going a little bit.
All right, cut your air off right
There
there.
All right.
You can pull your air chuck off. Let it bleed down for a minute so it doesn't have too much pressure in it.
Okay.
Here, and then I'll throw a valve core in it.
All righty.
Wipe
right.
all the lube off with that rag right there,
Okay.
and then we can send it down to the balancers.
Like I said, I did not do as neat of a job, and this is evidence of that. All right. Other side as well?
Ah, no, that's
All
fine.
right. Perfect.
Send it on down. So now we're gonna balance it.
Okay.
So grab your wheel right there, throw it on the machine.
All right.
All right, and then you're gonna grab one of these cones right here. Grab that middle one.
Okay. This goes on.
Yep, just like that.
Okay.
And then grab the nut there.
Okay.
Yep. If you pull those two red things, you can kind of release
Oh,
it.
that's a
Yeah,
lot
there
easier.
you go. So kind of come around to this side and pick up on it,
Okay.
so it fits flat up against that plate
Oh, I
behind
see.
it.
All right.
On there nice and tight?
I think so.
All right. So hit the start button right there, that green one.
And now, what is the machine doing as it's going to balance?
So it'll spin it and it'll ask for a certain amount of weight in a particular place,
Okay.
and that'll balance it out when it's going down the track.
All right.
Okay, so this one wants 15 grams.
Okay.
So see here, you can get to 15 right there.
Yes, sir.
So pull that out to 15.
Pulling.
Yeah, push the weight through right there.
Oh, I
Yep,
see.
there you go. Yeah, and
I
get it
see.
to 15.
Right at the 15. All
Yep,
right.
Cut it off.
There we go. All
All right,
right.
so now these lines, these little arrows are going to guide you where it wants to weight.
Okay.
So you slowly spin it. See how they're moving? and then it'll beep at you where it wants it.
Okay.
So you line it up with this little arrow right here and put it right in the little channel.
Right. Oh, I see.
Yep, so pull that,
right in there. All
pull
right.
the red, and it'll be sticky underneath.
Just going right in here.
Turn it sideways.
Oh, sideways?
Yep, there you go.
We'll line it up just like this.
Yep. And stick it on there. Make sure it's good.
It feels like it's
All right,
on.
pull it off the machine.
All right.
All right, so you've done every step now. What do you think?
I mean, I'm amazed how much goes into just one tire. The fact that you guys do this more than 5,000 times for this event is insane. It's a huge process and a lot of steps, but you do it so fast. I mean, I took a long time with it because I don't know what I'm doing, but it's really cool to see that everything happens right here under this tent before they go out on track.
Oh yeah.
Scott, tell us about the planning and time that Jackson puts in before you get to an event.
Yeah, well, we really start thinking about Sebring during Daytona. From a logistics standpoint, from a manpower standpoint, we're working on the crew all the way back to Daytona. And as much as a month ago, we were starting to receive the tires that we have here this weekend, get them unloaded. They all come from France, so we get them unloaded in our warehouse. And a lot of the work that you see behind me here is actually mounting that we do at the shop in Greenville, South Carolina before we even get here. So really a month ahead of time, we're starting the tire work. Even further back than that, we're starting the logistics and the manpower work to make sure we have the right crew here for the weekend.
Tell us about the how and why of working with Michelin. The way things go, the way you want it to go. This is 100% Michelin branded and
Correct.
whatnot.
Correct.
But there is this layer behind making it all happen on behalf of Michelin with the Jackson Marketing Group. Tell us about that. It's a huge initiative. It's also a lot of problem solving.
Yeah. So at our core, we're a marketing company. This is a really weird thing for a marketing company to do, but Michelin has been a client of ours for 30 plus years. Somewhere around 30 years ago, their motorsports director had a problem to solve. And so we built this motorsports operation to solve that. We're here representing them. Obviously what Michelin does is they build tires. They're here to make sure that they have the best race tire they can possibly deliver. They have 20 plus engineers here this weekend to make sure the race teams know how to set that tire up for their specific car. We do all of this so that they don't have to think about it. The manpower, the logistics, the actual servicing of the teams, and making sure they have the tires they need for the weekend. Our job is to take that completely off their plate. We have a successful weekend when their motorsports director doesn't give a second's thought to whether the teams get their tires or not, and he can just focus on the on-track product and make sure it's delivering what it's supposed to as a Michelin race tire.
We got to see our guy Jonathan Grace be a pretend tire tech here. Took him about 20 plus minutes for what your team does, between 2 and 5 minutes per tire. But tell us about the life of the men and women who support this, the 35 plus you bring out.
So these guys, from a logistics standpoint, we had trucks headed from South Carolina to Sebring starting on Thursday of last week. So our CDL drivers are making the run to get everything down here. Of these 35 people, some of them are fly-in seasonals. Maybe a third of the crew is full-time Jackson people. And from a full-time support standpoint, we have people who've been to Sebring 3 times already this year. This is their 3rd trip. We've been to COTA, we've been to St. Pete, supporting everything that Michelin's doing. Over the course of a season, an IMSA race, an IMSA series, maybe 15 to 16 races if you look at all the series. The men and women that work on this are supporting somewhere between 60 events on average every single year, between the races and the testing and the test support that all the IMSA teams and other groups are doing. These guys are on the road a lot, making sure all this gets taken care of.
You and your team do this proudly for Michelin, through Jackson. You don't get the spotlight placed on you, and yet you're one of the most valued members of this paddock. Every team, every driver entrusts their lives to you and your technicians. Tell us about that honor, because I know you take this to heart with everything you do.
You know, particularly before Daytona when we kick off the season, there's a speech that I give every year. You think about there's really 2 things keeping the car on the track. In some cases it's downforce, but in every single case it's tires. And someone is going to hop in a car and go 180 plus miles an hour, and these tires are an incredibly important part of keeping them safe. So the actual work we do, you put a tire on a wheel, it's very simple. but we take it very, very seriously because we have to get it right. Our margin for error is zero because the driver is going to literally put his life on the line sometimes at the speeds they're racing, and the tire is part of that conversation. We absolutely have to get it right.
Watch us this season on NBC and Peacock. Be sure to subscribe to IMSA on YouTube and enjoy our brand new IMSA Endurance Hour podcast. And if you're interested in digital activation in motorsports, visit IMSA.com/partnership.